Happy, cool, rainy Sunday, boys and girls. Here, I can't do this out in the rain. It's actually 66 degrees. It was probably 96 last Sunday. I want to talk to y'all about a game for the blind that I'm very, very thankful for. Thankful to all the people that volunteered and coached it. Some of them are no longer with us, but it was beat ball, softball for the blind. I played it from 1980 through 1988. From 11 years old till I was 19. I didn't play in 89, but I went back in 01 and played through 06. And it was a lot harder to do everything in my 30s and my teens. That's right, I figured that out real quick. But I want to tell you how the game works. Then we got a little sample of me hitting the ball. Some of y'all may have seen it, but I think she's going to try to link it to this. I'm going to start with the batter. Obviously, the pitcher and catcher are sighted. If you're not completely blind, you wear goggles and a thing over your eyes to make sure you couldn't cheat, although people were accused of it all from time. I think it did go on. They kept coming out with bigger goggles to really cover them eyes up. But the pitcher says ready, pitch. Our pitcher did. Most of them would say ready, ball, but we were ready, pitch. And tries to throw the ball in in your wheelhouse. He wants you to hit it. He's on your team. And it evolved. The numbers were ridiculous, but the game evolved throughout the 80s. And we finally decided on 5 pitches and 4 strikes. So you could take a pitch, but you couldn't walk. Now, say you hit the ball, and the bases, this all evolved too. We used to use traffic cones with big horns in them. We finally got some bases on cords that are flat wood, and you could run them by remote control. And what they did is have a base 90 feet, just like in baseball. But you had one on first base and one where third base would be. The batter didn't know which one the umpire was going to signal for. So it slowed you up a little bit if you hit the ball to trying to get to that base. Now what happens is the field's divided up into like a pie into 7 lanes from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got two-sided field assistants out there. So the ball's hit in the middle. The batter listens which way to run, takes off. The sided field helper yells, lane 4, 4, 4. You can say it up to 3 times. They had crazy rules, but it evolved. 4, and that guy tries to pick the ball up before the man that hit it touches that base. The base was sensitive. When you stepped on it, touched it, slapped it, the horn would stop. It was a different sound than beeping. And that's basically how it worked. We played either 4 or 5 innings, 3 outs. That was the same. Runs were hard to get if you had a good defense because you had to run. It used to be 65 feet like softball. It went up to 90. Am I under 3 minutes still?
Nope.
Oh, well, this won't be as short, but I had to make sure I explained it right. But anyway, we had tournaments. Most of our teams were in North Carolina. I can slow down a little now. Charlotte and Raleigh, Greensboro, Winston-Salem, even, what was that little place? Lumberton. I knew it was something with an L. Had a team. And we would travel there, or they'd travel to us. We'd play 2 games. We used to play a game, eat a big meal, and play another game, but somebody figured out in July and August on a Saturday, that didn't work so well. We'd play 2 games back to back and then eat and then send them home. Cook them hamburgers and hot dogs, or if we had enough funds, Chick-fil-A or something would be brought, they'd bring it in. So then we had a regular season like baseball, not that many games. Because that's a lot of driving. A lot of sighted people had to do a lot of free volunteer work on their weekends. And they did it too. We would have never had these things. My dad helped a lot. And in fact, my dad helped so much that the coach married my aunt, who I just saw today at their Sunday dinner. That's pretty cool. But the tournament was usually double elimination. It was a lot more fun than single, especially when our team was terrible in the early years. It would be in a different city every year. It even came to Greenville one year. And you'd stay in the hotel 2 nights to play all the games, then have a banquet, and give out trophies. Then the adults would go out and drink and party at the saloons and leave us in the hotel, hoping we wouldn't burn the place down or tear it down, which we never did. I actually did some drinking with them the last 2 years. What I say, 19? Yeah, I think that's legal for blind people, right, Sarah?
Something like that.
Sorry we didn't use the tripod. I don't know what she's got the camera on. We should. I didn't realize I'd be so long-winded. But anyway, I bet you realized it before, didn't you?
I'm not surprised.
Oh, but that's how the game played, boys and girls, and I loved it. I had some friends, like my friend Robert, that y'all met, and you'll see some more later, on the high school baseball team. And most friends played Little League something. But starting in 1980, I got to play my game and compete. And the blind people are competitive. They've been some people run into each other when the sighted people didn't. I don't want to say they didn't do their job. They just couldn't stop a collision. Sometimes if the ball was hit close to the base, that was always a bad thing. One guy got his eyeball knocked out. It was plastic like mine. It wasn't real. One guy got a leg broke. I don't remember if one guy got knocked out. One of our coaches got knocked out by a player, and he was one of the sighted guys in the field. He said he wasn't hit that hard by nothing in Vietnam. One of our good players that just passed, John Barnett, was a big, strong kid that just happened to be blind like me. And poor Tom, he got him from the blind side, from behind, and we had to call the hospital. I mean, he got to come back later that day, but he got walloped. But the moral of the story is, if you're blind, you can still have a game to play. And that meant a whole lot to me. It meant a lot. I had a basketball goal, and you'll see me shooting basketball later. I got to go practice some before I can make a video. It's been a while. But having a sport for myself was really, really cool. And I'm really thankful that I had it. And it's unfortunate Greenville-Spartanburg doesn't have a team. Me and Tony have talked about, he was on the team with me, getting one up, but me and him coaching it. And obviously our wives are sighted, so they'd have to help a lot. Sarah could probably catch. She caught in high school. You can still catch a beat ball, kid.
Probably.
You have to get you in shape so you wouldn't hurt so bad the next day. But I hope y'all like this. If you got any questions, email me. I think I got an email. I don't know what it is.
TheBlondWay 29322 @gmail.com.
I did remember my AOL, but I don't think we use that. Well, thank you. And I hope y'all have a great end of your Sunday. Hope some of y'all's weather is better than this. Although 66 degrees feels wonderful. We'll see y'all next time.
Hit. I'm done. Thank you, sir. She's right here behind us. Ask to get extra concert tickets for that. You hit the shot on there.